Good afternoon, it's Mayor Turner. I just want to apologize for the videos being at different times the last few days. Unfortunately, with opening up and everything, I've had quite a few meetings at the time I said I would do the videos. So next week we will get back on schedule. So I want to go ahead and get you caught up on everything that's going on. Start with the numbers, just like we always do. Amarillo is at 630. Lubbock is at 507. Abilene is at 277. San Angelo is still the lowest of all at 44. Wichita Falls is at 64. Midland is at 75. El Paso is at 857. Right now, Odessa is at 79 confirmed cases, and we have 3 presumptive cases, which means they look like they have all the symptoms and they believe they probably will be positive. They just haven't been tested or in the process of being tested. So we still have the death number still is at 4, which is fantastic that it hasn't risen. And recovering, we have 58 recovered cases, which is fantastic. So we have way over half of the people that we've known had coronavirus now are healthy and back home. To give you a little bit of what's going on with the hospitals, Medical Center has 3 patients. They do not have any that are under investigation. They have 20 pending tests. ORMC has 0 in the hospital. They have 0 that are under investigation, and they have 13 tests that are pending. I'm going to read you some really amazing news I found out today through the press conference that we just finished up. In the last 2 days, Medical Center has had no new cases, which is amazing. It's really what we've been striving to get to. And ORMC has not had a positive case since April 21st, which is 9 days ago, which is fantastic. That is a credit to all of you out there. You are doing a fantastic job of staying away from each other, using your hand sanitizer. If somebody's sick, they're staying home. So I could not be more proud of our community as you continue to watch this stuff, and especially as we start to move forward. Tomorrow's the big day when 25%, most retail will open, restaurants will be able to open, and we will be able to allow people to sit inside the restaurants. A lot of this stuff will look a little bit different because as a city council, we have highly recommended that you wear a face covering. Why? Well, just in case you happen to have it and you don't realize it yet, and you cough, you're going to cough into your mask and it won't go out into the public. And if somebody else has maybe symptoms and just went out, if they're wearing a mask and they cough, it's going to be caught in the mask. And so we are highly recommending that. When you go out, if you're going to the grocery store or if you decide to go out somewhere to eat, make sure you take your hand sanitizer with you just to keep your hands clean. Restaurants are being asked to sterilize everything they can every 30 minutes. Many of their employees will be wearing facial coverings. And so you don't have to eat with your mask on. I just saw the question. That's funny. But you can take your mask off and then eat and then put it back on. So, but I want to talk a little bit. Had a lot of people ask about pools. Right now, the governor said public pools are not open, which will be people that it will be like apartment complex pools. Of course, the city pools aren't open, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Any of the, quote, private pools, the only pools that are going to be able to be swam in are if somebody owns a pool. And one of the big problems with pools, the chlorine will kill the virus. So if you're in a hot tub, the heat would kill it. The problem is social distancing. If kids are in a pool, they all want to be together. They want to splash. They want to throw each other into the water, things like that. and it's social distancing, according to the physicians that I talked to earlier today on a call, and that is the biggest concern. I want to talk a little bit on why the city decided to close the pools. We had to sign a contract about 45 days ago. The contract was for $500,000. That's how much it cost us to have somebody to come in to run the pools. They're in charge of everything while the pools are open. At that time, we were just beginning to hear the horror story of what everyone thought was going to happen with coronavirus. You know, we were hearing numbers of 500 to 1,000 that were deceased, tens of thousands that were ill, and I'm very glad that that didn't happen. But at that time, we chose not to sign that contract, because if you sign that contract and you can't open the pools because of what's going on, that just wasted $500,000 of the taxpayers' money. Talked to the doctors again and today and asked their opinion on it. And they said, in their opinion, it's best to keep them closed just because of the social distancing. So at this point, we will review this at a later time. But right now, the pools are going to stay closed until we feel better about where the community is headed with coronavirus. So I want to talk about testing real quick. If you have symptoms or you just want to get a test, just to make sure, there are two places that you can get tests, and they're absolutely free. One is the drive-through testing that is being done at the Ector County Coliseum back in the barns. I think it's barn B and C. What you have to do, though, is you have to call and make an appointment and go through a screening. So I want to give you this phone number, and I'm going to give it to you twice, just so you know. But the phone number you need to call to schedule your appointment to get tested is 432-703-5418. And that number again is 432-703-5481. So you call that number, they'll ask you a few questions. Are you coughing, things like that, and they can schedule a time for you to come down there and get a test. I'm going to be honest with you. The test is not fun to get. I've watched somebody get one. They take that little swab thing and stick it way up in your nose and move it around to get some of the stuff they need. So there is a little pain with that. But also tomorrow, on Saturday, I've lost track of all the days. The National Guard, the Texas National Guard, is going to be doing free tests on Saturday. The other free tests, they are not doing it on the weekends. So the National Guard will be here to do free tests, but you have to call also and make an appointment to be able to get one on Saturday. Let me give you the number for the National Guard test. It is 512-883-2400. So that number again is 512-883-2400. So you can get either one of those. I'll give them to you real quick one more time just to make sure. The Monday through Friday testing is 432-703-5481. That test is free. And then the National Guard will be here Saturday. That test is 512-883-2400. So that gives you those two. If you're interested in getting a test, you can go do that. It's absolutely free. And they will require valid ID and a phone number so that the test results. I want to go over, the CDC has updated their symptoms. Now instead of 6, there are 8 symptoms. So let me go over those with you. It's coughs, body aches, diarrhea or vomiting, fever, loss of taste or smell. The loss of smell is a new one. Chills or shortness of breath. So if you have those 8 symptoms, that could mean you have a case of COVID. It could also mean you have the flu. It could also mean you have strep throat, because they're both going around right now. So I just want to tell you, as a mayor, how proud I am of each and every one of you. Y'all have done an amazing job. I had a press conference earlier today with Mayor Payton, and if you add Odessa and Midland together, we have 154 cases. When you look at things like Abilene, that has 277, you look at Lubbock, which has 507, you look at Amarillo, has 603. If you put Odessa and Midland together, we're larger than Lubbock. We're larger than quite a few of the cities in West Texas. And because of all of the hard work, the mask you've made, everything, you have really kept the virus down. And I really believe, as West Texans, if we keep doing it the way we're doing it, as we start to open up our community, we'll be able to keep things down. I know I have my concerns that as people start to come in contact with each other, that the numbers may start going up. We can manage it if it's small. We don't want a lot of people going out and just thinking, well, it's over, we don't have to worry about it. Just a word to y'all that are in your 20s, 25s, up and around there. Many times y'all don't think any of this applies to you. Let me be very clear. The last thing I want to hear is that some young person didn't go out, didn't wash their hands, maybe didn't wear a mask, and they take this virus home to their grandmother or to their parents, who catch it and end up either very sick or losing their life because we all didn't take the steps we need to. So we're going to get through this. We got through August 31st. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through the low oil prices. And Odessa is going to come out stronger than we've been before. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some prayer. And each one of us are going to have to be diligent in our washing our hands, social distancing. If you're home, if you don't feel good, stay home. And we will get through this. Could not be more proud of my city right now. God bless each and every one of you. God bless Odessa. God bless Texas. And God bless the United States of America. And I will not have a video tomorrow, but I will see y'all again on Monday. Thank you very much.